Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Thursday evening executive overview of the ZJ International Income Opportunity. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with ZJ International. I currently hold the rank of triple diamond in our company's compensation plan. It's my distinct privilege to be able to share some information with you this evening. I apologize for the speakerphone. I typically call in from my home office. Tonight I'm actually calling in from my mobile office, so I appreciate you all bearing with me. This evening is a tremendous opportunity for us to be sharing information about the industry of network marketing, specifically the three ingredients, or the three criteria, if you will, that one would look for in developing a home-based business. We're going to give you an opportunity to get a lot of information. Also an opportunity to hear from a few of the folks that have been working with us, some from literally just a matter of a couple of months to a couple of 2 or 3 years. And then we're going to have a very special training announcement for those of you that are looking to get off to a fast start and capitalize on what's happening with VG International today. A very special welcome to those of you that have been invited as a guest to get this information, because this call is really for you. We want to make sure that all of the information that's necessary to make a decision is being provided to you. Now, this evening, we're going to cover the three ingredients that a professional in this industry would look for when making a decision to get involved in the industry of network distribution and network marketing. Those three ingredients, first and foremost, is the experience of the corporate team. Without experience at the corporate level, it's very difficult to predict a long-term, truly successful company. Secondly, we'll talk about the product. Now, many people really are not aware of the kinds of products that lend themselves to successful long-term income opportunities. And then the third ingredient, timing, will specifically show you when and where one wants to enter the growth curve of a company in this industry. Now, we'll also give you a chance to hear from some of the folks that have been involved with us, but most importantly, be listening with an ear as to what they did to create success in their each businesses. So the first thing we'll talk about is experienced corporate leadership. And frankly, folks, 5 years ago, when I was introduced to ZG International, the single thing that got my attention was the founder of this company, Ken Brailsford. Ken Brailsford is an icon in both the nutritional and network marketing industry. Ken Brailsford and his sibling, back in the 70s, started Nature's Sunshine. Now, Nature's Sunshine is a company you may have heard of. They've now been in business approaching 40 years to become one of the, literally just a couple of handfuls of long-term legacy companies, creating over $1 billion in sales and continuing to grow almost 40 years in existence. Ken went on in the 80s to become the founder of Enrich International, his second billion-dollar company. Many of you may be familiar with that company. Now approaching 30 years in business, they continue to stay under the name of Unicity. What's most important to understand is that experience can breed success. In the industry of network distribution, in probably close to 70 years that this industry has been in existence, and truly thousands upon thousands of companies that have come and gone, there's only about 24 companies that have been able to stand the test of time. We call them legacy companies, companies that have been in business for 20 years or longer, still in business today. They've done over $1 billion in sales and continue to grow year after year. Only about 24 companies have been able to do that. The founder of VG International, Mr. Ken Brailsford, is the only man in history that has created 2 of those 24 companies. And when I heard that Ken had come out of retirement to build his third and final project, frankly, to me, it was almost a guarantee that we would have a winner on our hands. So the experience of the corporate leadership of a company is critical to long-term success. In addition, what Ken has done is he has surrounded himself with some of the sharpest people to create a corporate management team with literally well over 100 years of experience experience at the highest level of other network marketing companies has been compiled to be the leadership to carry Siege International into the future, not just for a few short years, but for decades. Now, the second ingredient you look for is product. And I've had people say, well, Fred, shouldn't the product be the most important thing? One would think so, but the fact of the matter is, over the years in this industry, and I've been involved now 28 years in this industry, I've seen companies with good products that didn't succeed. As a matter of fact, I've seen some companies with really, really good products that didn't succeed. And the fact of the matter is, having an excellent product is not sufficient to create a long-term residual income in this industry. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Now, that being said, certainly the product really is a fundamental ingredient to success. Now, the kinds of products that lend themselves well to our type of business, first and foremost, you look for a unique product, something that's new in the marketplace. You want to be first to market because it's always been the first to market that has been the company that has succeeded. Secondly, you look for products that are highly consumable. And preferably something that's consumed on a daily basis or reordered on a monthly basis, because it's that ongoing product purchase that will lead to residual income. And finally, you want to find a product, and this may seem kind of like common sense, you're looking for a product that really works. What you want is a consumer that will use the product and continue to use the product for a prolonged period of time. Well, we were really fortunate. Just a few short years ago, the Ken Brailsford was exposed to the foundation of our product line, the Moringa oleifera tree. Back about 2000, there was a documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel that was highlighting this botanical, Moringa oleifera. It's a tree that grows in some of the most, dry, poverty-stricken, arid regions of the world. And the documentary was sharing with us how this was the most nutrient-rich botanical that had ever been studied by mankind. Literally a small quantity of the powdered leaf of this tree was being used to reverse childhood starvation in as little as 2 weeks. We were very fortunate that that documentary, an original videotape of that documentary, was forwarded to Ken Brailsford. And when he saw that documentary and the power of the Moringa oleifera tree, it really became Ken's mission. He recognized that he could do more good for mankind with a single product than he'd been able to do with perhaps hundreds of other products from his previous two companies. And that was the genesis, the beginning of Siege International. We were very fortunate that Ken Brailsford had not only the financial resources to bring this product to market, but he had the credibility within the industry to attract the finest of the scientific minds to develop this product and put it into a format that can be consumed by the Western world. Now, we launched our company at the end of 2006. We've been in business just over 6 years now, and our original product was what we called our Super Mix. It was a Moringa oleifera drink that brought the nutrient benefits of the Moringa tree to the Western world in a great tasting beverage, something we could drink on a daily basis. You have somebody on the moderator line, and you want to make sure that your line is muted until you're called upon. And our product, our Moringa drink, provides all of the nutrition necessary to sustain optimal health. Over 90 verifiable ingredients, 46 antioxidant properties, 36 anti-inflammatory properties, all of the omegas necessary, 3, 6, and 9. Most importantly, they're being provided in efficacious amounts, meaning sufficient to really get an effect, and in balance, the way nature intended them to be consumed by the body. And probably the most unique thing in the marketplace, we deliver the Moringa oleifera tree benefit in its original enzymatically active format, something that's never been brought to the marketplace in the past. And today, now 6 years in business, we've actually developed 3 separate product division. We have our original liquid nutritionals, including our Smart Mix, the Super Mix, which is now one of the most popular products because we've actually been able to do more than double the moringa in a single serving. We have our new sports energy drink, the all natural, healthy alternative to the power drinks on the market. We expanded into a line of natural skincare products. Truly the sleeping giant of Zija. We have products in our technology and our personal care line that's not even going to be available in the traditional marketplace for several years. But about 30 months ago, a little over 2 years ago, we introduced our third product division, which is our weight management system. Now, I call it weight management as opposed to weight loss because it's a system of products designed to help an individual bring their body into nutritional balance and maintain optimal weight. Many of our customers and distributors have used these products to lose, in some cases, 10, 20, 50 pounds of excess weight. We've actually had customers that have lost over 200 pounds using our healthy weight management system. And what's incredible is this was done without surgery, without drugs, medication, without exercise. It's all being done by providing the body optimal nutrition. And that product line, that third product division, has created truly unprecedented growth within Zija International. And what I want to do right now is I want to take a moment. I'm going to go over to Georgia. We have one of our newest distributors, Nikki Bowden, on the line with us. And Nikki, it was great to meet you a couple of weeks ago when I was there in Atlanta and Macon. You have truly one of the most fantastic stories I've heard in terms of your product results. I'd appreciate it if you could take a moment, jump on the line with us, maybe share your experience on the product, and then if you want, because you've really gotten up to fast start building your business, maybe share with the folks what you did to launch your Zija distributorship.
I am.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Figure it out. My name is Nikki Valley, and I'm from Barnesville, Georgia. Love Zija, by the way. My college degree is in clinical pharmacology, and I was in school for 6 years, and when I got out, I found it was impossible to get a job in that. So, the way that I was introduced is I've always had health challenges and an extreme weight problem, and it led me to just one disappointment after another. And one day I sat down, I was just in tears, realizing that the medications that I was taking were doing me more harm than they were good. I was at a maximum dosage of my thyroid medication, still losing my hair from the thyroid imbalance. I was losing my teeth from the blood thinners that were to prevent the blood clots that I was having over and over. And all these things made me so depressed that they were giving me lithium depression, and I was still gaining weight at a rapid pace despite how much I tried to lose. My cousin, who is Dee Dee Shaw, she introduced me to Zija, and I've heard her talking about it, seen it on Facebook for several months. And because of my background in pharmacology, I was just totally resistant to any natural alternative for my problem. She brought me seven days worth of samples and some literature. So I took it diligently for 7 days, and I had a doctor's appointment already scheduled for the 8th day. And at that appointment, the doctor actually was able to cut my thyroid medication in half, and the best surprise for me was that I was down 20 pounds in the first 7 days. And needless to say, after I saw results like that, I was sold. Currently, my thyroid medication has been cut to the lowest dosage. I was able to come off my blood thinning medication, and my hormone balancing medication is completely stopped. I'm off of lithium, and to this day, I've lost 75 pounds. I'm happier, healthier, very positive, and I can finally see a light at the end of the weight loss tunnel. I became a distributor because it was a personal obligation for me to share this amazing example that has helped me so much. And the Zija business opportunity is just phenomenal. My first Zija check was more than my paycheck at my full-time job for a week. Along with getting my first check, I had reached the rank of Dollar 1000 in just that short time that I decided to be serious about my distributorship. I love that there are programs in place that allow me to have a business with no overhead. I love that I can learn while I earn. And I also, Zija has just created a circle system. Anybody who's willing to work, willing to learn, and if they have a burning desire to succeed, they can be successful. I'm just so excited because there's so many others out there like me that have health challenges and financial challenges, and now I actually have something I can offer them to give them hope for a better outcome. And I want to thank you, Fred, for the opportunity to share my story.
Nikki, we thank you, my dear. It was so amazing to see you a couple of weeks ago, and the miraculous changes that are taking place. And congratulations to you on the success of your business, Nikki. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And ladies and gentlemen, Nikki's story is frankly one of countless stories of people that have had, in many cases, nothing less than miraculous health benefits from using our product. And the more you're around Zija, the more you're going to hear these kinds of stories. And it's important to tell you that we do not claim to have a miracle product. You know, the amount of research that's been done on fungal therapy is overwhelming. Literally hundreds upon hundreds of Western medical studies documenting the power of and healing power of this nutrient-rich botanical. What we will share with you is that as independent distributors, we're not doctors. Okay, we're not here to try and diagnose, treat, prescribe. We're not claiming our product is some kind of miracle product. What we are going to share with you is that it is the most nutrient-rich botanical ever studied by mankind. And to us, it only makes sense that if you give the body the kind of nutrition that it was intended to have, it's going to do the very best it can to take care of itself. And I think more and more people are realizing that in today's world, the true way to better health and longevity is through a natural lifestyle as opposed to medication. And I don't think that anybody out there is unaware of that situation. Now, Nikki mentioned a couple of things. She became an independent distributor of Zija's product and was immediately put into a position where she had systems and resources and training in place to assist her in building her business. Now, the only requirement to become an independent distributor of Zija products is a $39 application fee. And that allows you to be an independent distributor. You can order the products directly from Zija International at wholesale. You can actually start to build your own business, your own distribution team, through the development of other distributors. Now, what we've learned is that the most successful way to develop new customers and new distributors is through our tried and proven sampling process. As a matter of fact, that's exactly how Nikki got involved in the business. Her cousin and now her sponsor, Dee Shaw, shared a week's worth of products for her to try. And so what we've done for many of our distributors, what they'll do is they'll get a package of products that will provide them with extra products for personal consumption and to sample out. We have three basic entry points to our business. We have a personal system, ideal for somebody who wants to experience our products and maybe have a little bit extra to share with a couple of friends. It's a modest $330, and it allows you some benefits, including a waiving of that $39 application fee. We have two additional packages. They're called builder systems. Now, our builder systems have some additional benefits. Our builder systems come with 50% more product in the form of samples. So it's already set up to allow you to sample out. Our builder systems also come with an additional increase in income for a period of 3 to 6 months. And our builder systems are simply multiples of the personal system. The person that invited you on this call will share with you those three different starter packages and which ones might best meet the needs of the business that you would like to develop. We put into place a number of programs to help our new distributors get off to a fast start. One of them Nikki mentioned, being a zero overhead business, we have a program called Team 250. Our Team 250 program, for simply doing what we do, sharing our product, getting a couple of customers started on the product, the company will pay for your monthly shipment of personal product. This is really the only overhead we have in our business, and now it becomes a zero overhead business. We've instituted other programs, including our Team Benz program. It's a luxury automobile program. That's not necessarily unique in our type of business. The car programs have always been reserved for people at the highest ranks, the highest income earners. People like myself, for instance. And when I was a new distributor in this industry, I always thought, well, why do those folks get the fancy cars? It's us, new people really benefit from that. ZJ International is a company that cares about all distributors. We've instituted our luxury automobile program where the company will literally pick up the payment for a luxury Mercedes-Benz automobile at even our most part-time levels. And so there's many things in place to help you build a business, and probably that third ingredient that I mentioned at the beginning of the call, timing. That's exactly the most important thing you need to be aware of in ZJ International. We have gone through a building process. Today, we are poised to launch into one of the most explosive growth parts of our business. It's what's called the momentum phase. The momentum phase is when you start to see the company sales doubling and tripling on an annual basis. Perhaps the most important statement I can make to you is that we are poised today to do more sales volume in the next 12 months than we've done in the first 6 years combined of ZJ's history. That will give you a feel for where we're about to go. What I want to do now is I'm going to go over to Forsyth, Georgia. We've got actually Dee Dee Shaw, who's the cousin of Nikki, who's introduced you to the product. Dee Dee's been with us now, I believe, a couple of years. She's hit the rank of emerald in our compensation plan. She's now qualified for the Mercedes-Benz program, in qualification for our profit-sharing program, another benefit for distributors who are seeking to create full-time income with ZJ. Do this for me, Dee. You've also got a terrific product story. Can you just really quickly share your experience with the product and what has happened in terms of the financial security for you and your family over the last couple of years with your ZJ business?
Thank you, Fred. I'm a homeschool mom, 14 kids. Had some health challenges that started young in my life and had watched my family have their health deteriorate. Not something I was interested in doing, was taking a lazy Susan full of supplements. Every day I would get a cereal bowl out and fill it up with all the supplements that I was taking. When I was introduced to ZJ, I was actually looking for a business opportunity. Like you, I was intrigued by the Ken Brailsford story, intrigued by a product that could replace all those pills that I was swallowing on a daily basis. And so I jumped on board. I was introduced by Doug and Amy Stroop, came on board with a builder system, and we were at a place financially, Fred, where we weren't living paycheck to paycheck. We only made it halfway to the next paycheck before we were out of money. And I knew if we kept doing what we were doing, we'd keep getting what we were getting. So I actually went out on a limb, spent our grocery money to get our builder system to get us started. Within the first week, I had sold samples to friends and folks that I knew would be interested in better health, recouped all my initial investment, had my business launch right away to get me off to a fast start. My first paycheck was $500, and I haven't missed a check since. I was doing the math, Fred, and realized that I got 100% pay raise since last year. I'm very excited about where things are headed. We are on track to be able to retire my husband from the job he hates by the time the year's up. We are just a hair's breadth away from Diamond, so that's an exciting thing. I love being able to get that leadership check match. So many things have changed for our family. Just exciting things that we never could have dreamed of happening had we not been introduced to the ZJ opportunity. I'm so thankful to have had the opportunity, and it's stories like Nikki's that I have the opportunity. I'm not just impacting hundreds of people's lives. Thousands of people's lives have been impacted, and it's so gratifying to be a part of that. And that is one of the things that I love the most, not to just be able to help people with their health, but with their finances so that they can have dreams come true and have life unlimited. I just want to thank you for the opportunity to share, Fred. I'm going to hand the call back to you.
Dee, thank you so much, and congratulations on the success of your business, and very excited to see how your business is growing. And folks, Dee mentioned something that I think is really indicative of what happens when somebody joins a company in our industry, the profession of network marketing, but as it's going into its growth curve. As the company's sales doubled this past year. So has the income of those that are participating in this income opportunity. I want to do this in closing. We're going to go over to Georgia again. We're going to go to Doug Struve. Doug and his wife Amy have been with us now, I believe, about 3 years. Just hit the level of triple diamond in our compensation plan. Literally in 3 short years, they've built a business nationally and now internationally that has created a level of prosperity experienced by only the top 1 or 2% of income earners in North America. Doug, it's really been a family business for you and Amy, because I know that you've got your children involved as well. Maybe what you could take a moment, share with the folks what you did to get off to a fast start, and then share with the folks what has happened now 3 years later and what it's meant to you and your family in terms of financial security and prosperity.
Absolutely, Fred. It really, all I can say is wow. I mean, it has been life-changing for us. So just a little background and history. My wife, Amy, is a homemaker and a homeschool mom of 7 children. But we found a very powerful product. You mentioned earlier, there's power in this product. We had great product results. Both of us, I overcame joint pain issues really quickly. Myself, my wife overcame some hormonal imbalance issues, some sleep deprivation, and things that we realized our bodies came into balance simply by putting moringa, giving life into our bodies. And we got very, very excited about that. And we couldn't keep this to ourselves. We've got to share this with other people. So that's what we started doing and just became more and more passionate. We got started with one of the builder systems because we knew that was the way to keep product into our bodies as well as to have enough to share with other people. We did get on the 150 auto ship because we wanted to be able to maximize the comp plan, and as qualified through the different pin ranks, we knew that we wanted to be prepared, to get all the different bonuses and everything from the wonderful compensation plan. Then the Team 250 came along. We've been getting our products paid for by our income, but now we're getting it paid for since that started with the Team 250 program. That's just been amazing. We plugged into the system, Fred. We began training other people to do what we do. Plugging into the system is fundamental to anyone's growth. Matter of fact, also when the Team Ben's program came out, so I'm just kind of rambling here telling you I'm so excited about being able to hit triple diamond and the life-changing results that this has meant, not only for my wife and myself, but also for our children. To be able to qualify some of the top 10 ranks in the company, diamond, double diamond, and now triple diamond has truly been life-changing for us. Because, Fred, it's given us the time freedom to do things that we really enjoy doing. Now, we enjoy doing Zeta. It's an amazing journey, so we continue to take it with us everywhere we go. We don't see this as a job. We see this as a lifestyle. I mentioned that we did qualify for the Team Ben's program. Matter of fact, when it very first came out, I think we were the second ones in the company to actually go and get ours. But through the training of other distributors, we've been able to duplicate our efforts, and that's how we've been able to grow. We've got a wonderful team, a powerful product line, a great compensation plan. And folks, I'll just tell you, Zeta has everything in place already for you and I and anybody you share this with to be highly successful. If you're looking for life-changing results, life-changing income, and life-changing results from the product and from the financial standpoint, time freedom, financial freedom is within reach, and we're living proof of that. Again, I mentioned my wife's a homemaker, a homeschool mom. I've been involved and interested in nutrition since I was 19. I'm 48 now, so it's been many, many years, but I've never seen anything like Zeta. So we just took it ourselves. We've shared it with everybody we come in contact with. The changes that it's made in our lives have been amazing. The cruises that we've won, just the lifestyle changes that it's meant, the freedom that we have. But I tell you the best part, we are passing along financial freedom. As you mentioned, this is a family business for us. We have our 2 oldest sons involved. All of our children are consuming the product. We haven't been to the doctor in years because we're putting good stuff into our bodies. We are really transferring along financial freedom to our family, to our children, and then on down to their children in years to come, rather than the financial bondage that so many people are facing in this world today. So, folks, let me just say, if you're hearing this for the first time tonight, it's time to jump on board, get the questions answered, and get started with Zeta. You'll be so glad you did. So thank you so much, Fred, for allowing me to share tonight, and I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Doug, and certainly, again, congratulations to you and Amy on the incredible success that you achieved with Zija. And ladies and gentlemen, here's probably the most important thing to understand. These levels of success come only from being willing to share a powerful, life-changing product, and at the same time, for many people, share with them the opportunity to create, true financial success, for many, financial abundance, and being able to do it starting part-time from home. And so this evening, folks, we had a chance to share with you the 3 essential ingredients that you'll look for in developing a home-based business. Certainly the experience of the corporate team, having the right kind of product, and then timing. And you had a chance to hear from folks that have been with us anywhere from just a few weeks to a couple of 2-3 years. And one of the things that I think is most important to understand, because this is always the question that I hear, well, Fred, is there still opportunity for me left in Zija? And the timing issue, that was the answer to that question. See, folks like myself, I had the opportunity to be introduced to Zija just 1 year after the company launched. And it was such a small company back then, most people, with my experience in the industry, would have passed on Zija, because most of these companies don't stick around but 2 or 3 years. But I saw the vision, and it was all encapsulated in the man of Ken Brailsford, the only man that's ever been able to build 2 of the truly long-term financial opportunities. There's been a number of us that have been around for a long time, and we've been working very hard over these years for one thing, to bring Zija to where it is today. Today we are, as we speak, at the forefront of what will become one of the most explosive growth curves that the industry has ever seen. And truly, the people that will make the greatest amount of income with this opportunity have not yet even joined Zija International. So for those of you that have been invited to hear this information this evening, I'm going to challenge you to do 2 things. Number 1, get back with the person that invited you to be on the call, and if you haven't had a chance to experience our products, try our products for yourself. Number 2, make a decision that will change your life. For many people, and I don't say that lightly, for many people, Zija is an opportunity to create some supplemental income without disturbing your lifestyle. For most people in North America, an extra $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a year would be life-changing. For others of you, you're looking to create replacement income. And for some of you, you're looking to create true financial abundance. And all of that is available with Zija International. So the second thing I'm going to encourage you to do, get involved. Make a decision to start your Zija business, because 1 year from now, no matter what, will be 1 year from now. The only difference between today and a year from now is what you're going to do over the next 12 months. You heard many of actually each one of our speakers talk about a proven, simple, duplicatable system. And I'm going to make a special announcement. You need to grab your pen. On Saturday morning, day after tomorrow, we're going to have a very special fast start training that is going to be hosted by Phil Jacobson. Phil Jacobson is one of our company's top income earners, one of our first black diamonds with the company. He's out of British Columbia. He will be doing a special training session on exactly, step by step, what you need to do to launch your business and get the kinds of results you've been hearing from our guest speakers this evening. That call will be on this same conference bridge, the same PIN number. It will commence promptly at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, that's Pacific time, 11 o'clock, of course, in the morning on the East Coast time. So we encourage you to join us for that as well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the call. A special thanks again to my speakers that shared their story this evening. We'll close out the call and open up the lines. Thank you for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you on a Saturday morning Fast Start training with Phil Jacobson. The lines are open.
Thank you so much for your leadership at South Georgia.
Thanks, Fred. Michael Stackman, Sacramento, California. Appreciate it.
Thank you, North Carolina.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
Georgia.